Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Mount Carmel Area High School Red Tornado Football. I'm Bob Else, along with Warren Altimore and Wayne Brokenshire, bringing you tonight's game from Nanticoke, Pennsylvania. The Nanticoke Trojans against the Mount Carmel Area Red Tornadoes. Tornadoes come in 3-1, and the Trojans 0-4, Warren.
Yeah, the Trojans had a tough start to the year. They took some pretty good whippings there in the beginning, but came back and played a Dallas football team that's highly regarded in this area. And, of course, the Dallas football team that knocked off Marion in the opening game. They lost 19-15, and they didn't lose that game until the fourth quarter. They were actually leading until about 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So what we see is a team that had a dismal year last year. Certainly, when we saw them play us, at least when they came down to play us, they did not look like a pretty good high school football team. We understand they had some personnel changes in the past week or so. They're playing some younger players to start. The Big Red is coming on the field now. You can see that on the camera.
From our ground
I'm trying to watch
camera.
my ground camera going there now. But obviously, they're kind of an unknown commodity, I think, right now. They got a quarterback who's got great size. I mean, he's the kind of guy you don't want to fool with just from the size alone of him.
He's 6'6", and they have claimed that he's 210 pounds.
Yeah.
Look at him on the sideline. Doesn't look quite 210, but he does look 6'6", for sure.
That's Bargella. Now, he's
Right.
the guy, obviously, you want to watch. He's a sophomore playing tonight. And we'll be seeing some other players. Now, we don't know Nanticoke all that well, and, of course, this is the final game in the series. It was only a two-game series, and Nanticoke is ending it. So we will not see them again next year on the schedule, and we have not even filled that date yet with another team so far. But it was a quick two-game schedule, though we have played Nanticoke in the past. Phil elaborated on Nanticoke a lot at Supper Club last night. And we actually began playing what was called Nanticoke at that time in 1922. We played them 22, 23, 24, 25, and then we had a gap all the way up until 1996. So it's not a team that we haven't seen before, but kind of relatively new to us in this area. We don't come here too often and play a regular season game.
Captains meet on the center of the field. Again, good camera work by Gary Tresker. And Mount Carmel Area wins the toss and will receive.
We commented, of course, that a color combination we don't normally see with Big Red is the red pants and the white shirts. We usually travel now in all white since we have that uniform now, but a little bit of a color change for us. We haven't seen this color for a while.
I like it.
Yeah, it looks good. It really does. Of course, we come off a big win at Shamokin in the backyard rivalry, and we come up here to play the Trojans. And again, you're kind of bookending them with Marion coming up next week, next Friday night at the Silver Bowl. So,
and then North Schuylkill after that.
Yeah, right. North Schuylkill. So Nanticoke's kind of a fill-in here as far as the schedule goes for us.
Again, a game you have to take serious because even though they're 0-4, they had Dallas. The final score of that game was Dallas 18, Nanticoke 14. So they played Dallas very tough.
Yeah, they put them on the ropes. They really did. But again, I guess this is a matter of seeing which one shows up, which team's actually on the field tonight for the Trojans.
Number 4, Dave Grabinski will kick off for the Trojans. Deep for the Red Tornadoes, number 5, Sivas. Number 28, Bailey. And number 25, Jonathan Veach. About ready to get this one started. End-over-end kick going to be taken by Veach on about the 9-yard line. Brings it up to the 30, finds running room. He's going to one-man the beat. A good block. And he's still going to the 20, to the 10.
Nice.
Touchdown, Red Tornadoes.
John Veach, of course, the freshman brother of the Veach of last year, Brett, that played so well and opens the game up with an electrifying run back for his touchdown.
Turned it on.
John the Jet, yes.
A 70-something had a
71,
great block.
that was
Okay, Dan Dalkus again. Dalkus with a great block.
I'll tell you what, the kicker did exactly what he's supposed to do. He penned the runner into the sideline, but Dalkus was there to shield the defender for Veach to get by.
Not the way the Trojans wanted to start the football game, obviously.
Mike Zinkovich to attempt the extra point for the Red Tornadoes. Snaps back from Else. Montgomery the hold. The kick's up. And no good, off to the left. Again, everything looked good except he just looked like he just pushed it out there. It wasn't even a hook, it just a push out there.
Again, I'll tell you what, you take a look at Veach on that run. Some outstanding blocking by the whole crew there. They just opened up a hole on the right hash mark there for Veach to take off. Daukus with an excellent block there on the kicker. But when Veach got down around the 10-yard line, something that you don't see, and you wonder why you ever practiced it, and that was the high stepping.
Yeah.
Veach was getting tired towards the end. He did have someone closing in on him. And, you go through those drills during the summer thinking, oh, I got to do this thing again. Why are we doing this? And there's a perfect example of it. The high step, the kid went for his ankles, and that's what you want to do. You want to sweep the ankle out to trip the runner. And with the high stepping, you get it up in the air, you get your legs up, and that doesn't happen.
Well, with 15 seconds gone in the game, it's already 6-0, Big Red. The Trojans need to regroup a little quicker than even they believe they would. So they'll get the ball now. We'll see Bargello, of course, the highly touted quarterback, out of here and see what he can do. He'll be up against one ugly defense, of course, a defense that only gets better with age. Every game they come out a little uglier than they did the game before. So it's going to be a tough road, I think, ahead for the Trojans tonight.
Kicking off for the Red Tornadoes, 77, Chris Shue. It's a short kick, bounces on about the 10-yard line, taken by Grabowski at the 35. He finds some running room. Mickey Moreau's on the initial hit, and then finished off down under the pile
20,
for the Red Tornadoes. 88, Shellhammer. Who else?
26.
20,
Al Bailey.
And 25.
No, 20,
Bailey's 28, and also
Ronnie
20,
Lentini. I'm sorry.
and Veach.
Yep.
A lot of guys in there. First down, Trojans from about the 34-yard line. Tim Dietz, a senior, 5'10", 175, will start at tailback, and Ron Bruza, the sophomore, is at, big rush from number 60, Jason Malakowski, and he sacks Brugella for about a 5-yard loss, 10?
Yeah.
About 5-yard loss.
Now, obviously, no matter what you're going to do offensively, Malakowski, number 60, is somebody you better know where he's at, and you better know who's supposed to be blocking him. We've seen him control the line of scrimmage against every team we've played so far. We've seen him do it last year. We saw in the championship game where they actually just stopped running his way in Altoona. Yep. So they need to make sure that they're going to do something with him, or he's going to be in the backfield the rest of the evening.
Second down, 15 yards to go. Bargella back to pass. Looks long. Over the head of his receiver, number 80, Kowalski, at about the 40-yard line, but it looks like Nanticoke's going to come out throwing the ball.
Well, I'll tell you what, here's something very unusual. You have your quarterback, you want to try to keep him a little fresh. They do not send, apparently the way it looks right now, they do not send players in and out like we do with receivers, wide receivers, and everything.
With the quarterback.
The quarterback runs over to the sidelines.
Third down, 15 yards to go. Bargella goes with split backs. He's going to straight drop back, quick drop back, and good coverage by 47, Steve Sinkovich on number 39, Dietz. Fourth down for the Trojans, 15 yards to go, a punting situation.
Well, Bargella may be a good quarterback, and that remains to be seen for the rest of the football game. But if they're not going to protect him better than that, we'll never know what kind of quarterback he was, to tell you the truth.
Number 99, Jason Shannon will punt for the Trojans, snaps back, kicks away, big booming kick toward Montgomery, takes it on the 30-yard line. Good block from Sebas, another good block from 71, Daukus. And Montgomery has a lot of running room and gets the ball down to about the 27-yard line of the Trojans. Good block again by 71, Dan Daukus.
He's kind of set the example on special teams right now as far as making hits and getting the right block.
We had a good block from Sebas early.
Yep.
He made the first initial block on the back that was down there, and then a great block by Daukus.
And I'll tell you what, if you looked at Sebas made the block, and he was going a second looking for another man to block on the way down.
Steve Sinkovich and Bailey in the backfield for the Red Tornadoes. Sebas at quarterback. Going to throw the ball, looking downfield in the corner of the end zone at Montgomery. Touchdown, Red Tornadoes, and the Red Tornadoes come out throwing.
I'll tell you, there is the first pass, actual pass where Nicky was able to set up a little bit. He did have a little bit of pressure from the from the left defensive end. But I'll tell you what, he showed that he can throw the ball.
What a nice pass, Warren.
I'm stunned. I'm stunned by this. Absolutely amazing. Now, Sebas, we talked a little bit about Sebas, and of course, Coach Williams is going to bring Sebas along slowly, get him used to what he wants to do, get him to do what he's going. They're going to go for 2 here on the extra point attempt.
Sebas pitches back to Bailey, going to take it around the outside. Good for 2, and we have a flag on the play.
That's coming
back.
This could come back, right.
Which may force us to kick now, I think.
Well, if it's 15,
Holding.
it's a holding,
15,
so
yeah.
no, they might have. Well, it's a good kick then too.
Man, I think we might.
Right.
I don't know. I think we might try to kick. I'm not sure. No, we're not. We're not going to try to kick. Forget that. We're going to. Sebas is going to get a play in, but I think it changes the whole way you do this. This will be a regular pass play now, trying to put it in the end zone.
Probably looking to flood a zone someplace along the line.
Yeah, because you're now the ball's placed. You're at the 12-yard line, so you got 12 yards to go for an extra
17.
point.
17.
I'm sorry, 17. Yep. Yeah, okay. Well, that was 15.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, I'm
15
sorry.
for offensive holding.
I'm sorry. You're right. You are, and there's not even any soccer lines to throw me off today.
Red Tornadoes go with the full house backfield. Sebas back to pass. It looked like it was going to be a screen pass, and that one's not going anywhere. Tackle made by number 77, Bernatovich.
Now, Big Red, 2 big plays, 2 quick strikes. There's still 10 minutes, 23 seconds remaining in the football game in the first quarter. Already a 12-0 lead. Nanticoke has not shown to be real enthused at this moment is the only way I could probably put that.
Well, and other than the holding penalty, that was they did get the
he was in for
there
that
from
too.
the 2 yard.
So far everything going Big Red's way. Nanticoke obviously needs to do something offensively on this series to try to at least get some field position. That's probably what they need to count on now a little bit, is change the field position for themselves and get a little better punt if that's what they're going to do, or at least get into our territory.
Kicking off for the Red Tornadoes, 77, Chris Shue. This one's going to be taken. Everybody's trying to get it and find some running room. Finally, 74 in on the tackle, which is O'Brien for the Red Tornadoes. The ball carrier was number 5, or was it 7?
So is he?
Number 9. 9, the ball carrier, Brailchik.
This lineup's going to challenge, isn't it? There's more vowels and letters going through
Definitely.
this lineup. This one's not an easy one, folks.
Oh, and if it keeps up the way it's going, though, I'm not going to have to worry too much about that. Going to try Dietz off the right side. And Cuff took the ball away from him.
He called him down.
He held him down, but he actually looked like he had it in as standing there. If you watch on the monitor here, huh?
1 yard gain, 2nd and 9.
That was Cuff and Malachowski in on that tackle.
I think you remember with Nanticoke area is that the backfield is an all sophomore backfield. There's 3 sophomores starting in that backfield tonight for them.
2nd down, 10 yards, about 9 yards to go. Going to try it to Bruza. Big hit by the linebacker, 47, Steve Sinkovich, helped out by 32, Rusty Lashinsky.
I'll tell you what, the first series of downs, they come out, they look like they were trying to strike right away after the kickoff return by Veach, and I think their offensive line sort of got shook a little bit. Back to pass, Bargello really didn't look like he was comfortable even back there in the pocket trying to pass. Now they're trying to run the ball and running into the wall.
A passing situation here. Bargello back to pass. He hit his receiver, number 21, Darren Strait, for a first down, but he dropped the ball.
It looked like the pass was thrown a little bit to the outside, and number 21 was coming to the inside. I don't know if it was a miscue on the receiver's part or what.
But when coaches let him get that close, so they want him caught. How about
that's right.
Shannon in punt formation for Nanticoke. 9 minutes left on the clock. Big booming punt at Montgomery. Takes it on the 25-yard line. Took it to the right. Now breaks it back to the left. Good block by Mickey Moroz. Montgomery kicks it back and flags on the play, but this one could be another one for the Red Tornadoes. He's to the 5, touchdown, Red Tornadoes, but we have a penalty on the play.
I'll tell you what, at the rate that Nanticoke's going tonight, they shouldn't kick the ball. Maybe you should just turn it over on downs to be done with it. My goodness. 8:40 left in the game. This one's coming back, obviously, with a clip.
Well, they're
hip below the knee
an
there.
illegal block, a chop block. Boy, some nice blocks, some nice run. That'll happen, though. When you get run backs going like that, you're going to have that happen. And it's just nice to see the special teams putting together some big plays here.
I don't know if that the wall was supposed to be set up towards our bench or what, but
Montgomery,
he just
look at Montgomery
around.
walking off the field. It's like, jeevers, they had another one. Now it's coming back. Some great shots on the field once again, folks. We got Gary down there on the field camera. And showing us those excellent shots right on top of the players, and there's nothing better than seeing that. He's actually on the Trojan sideline.
Right.
He's on the visitor sideline tonight.
Home side, right?
Or home side for them.
Sebas tries it up the middle to Sinkovich. Big hole by the center of the Red Tornado line. Good for a first down, and in there, 71 Daukas, 58 Sinkovich, 63 Revito, and 75 John Else. And 72 Jamie Vogler.
Jamie Vogler.
Yeah. Get that offensive front up there today.
And Shellhammer into the lineup for Big Red. He brought the play in with him. He's going to go out at wide receiver. He plays a number of different positions during the evening, doesn't he?
Defense and offense.
First down, Red Tornadoes from the 32-yard line. Quarterback sneak up the middle. Sebas still with the ball for a 6-yard gain.
That's pure bus stop there. I mean, that's just,
you're right.
You get on the bus and see where it goes.
And look at who's getting up off the bot. Look at there he is right there. 6 yards down, 7 yards down the field.
75.
I'll
John
tell you
Else.
what.
You tap him on that big rump, you tell him which way you're going, and then you go as long as he can get you going there.
You ride the back.
Six or 7 or 8 yards, you ride the back, and you're done.
Second down, about 3 yards to go. 7:36 left on the clock. 12-0 Red Tornadoes
Oh,
in
look
the
at that
lead.
hole. Look at that hole. You wonder why they're running it, right?
They're going to try Bailey around the outside.
Ooh, nice hit.
And that's what you were calling, Wayne, is that they just had everything right up the middle, open.
That's Titus made the play for the Trojans. Good defensive play by Titus.
Yep.
I'll tell you what. If you look at their defense, they're I don't know if their defensive tackles are playing on our outside shoulder of our guards, and then they're bringing the 2 linebackers up in the center.
Boy, it looks that way, doesn't it?
Anything up the center is going to pick you up 5 yards.
If you get the blocks on the linebackers.
Right.
There it is again. Third down, 9 yards to go.
Look at that. Look at the gaps there.
Sebas with the split backs. Fakes. Looks on a little screen pass to Bailey. Bailey goes to the 45, and he's still on his feet. First down. Red Tornadoes at about the 48-yard line.
That was a slow screen pass, and it still managed to pick up the first down. The Trojans at one are going to have to wrap the arms a little bit and get the guy down. They're not tackling very well right now.
They brought 2 blockers out there. They had the left tackle, Revito, and the center, Jonathan Else, coming out for the screen. First down, Red Tornadoes from the 49-yard line. Sebas back to pass. Quick pass. Hits Veach. About a 5-yard gain. Nope, still on his feet. Now he's going back. And Veach now going back to the 45. So he started at the 45, back to the 50, back to the 45.
That was a 100-yard run for 3 yards on that.
Initial hit there for the Trojans. Here it is.
I'll tell you what.
It's 54 made the initial hit. Shahusky.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Absolutely. Shahusky.
Second down, 5 yards to go. 5:56 left in the first. Ball's on the 46-yard line. Sebas, straight drop back this time. Rolls to his right, keeps the ball.
Ooh.
And a big hit.
77.
That's 77. The big guy getting off.
Yeah,
Bernatovich.
Bernatovich with the initial hit.
Well, according to the program, that's either Bernatovich or Larissa. I don't know which one made the hit there. I don't see another 77 down there, so she's got to be wearing a different number there.
I think it's Bernatovich.
I mean,
Bernatovich is 6 foot 295, and the other guy's 5'10", 135.
If you look on the sidelines, there's a 6 that's not listed in their program, and I'm assuming that would be the
That's
kicker.
Larissa. That's the one
we'll talk
girl.
about that in a minute.
Sebas, back to pass, straight drop back, good arm, fires
nice.
it, hits Josh Paracella at the 32-yard line, and the Red Tornadoes, for not passing in the first 4 games, have come out throwing in this one.
Tell you what, Paracella, again, we talked about him in the previous games. One heck of an athlete. He's out there running great patterns. You know, you look at some size, you know, and he's not a big kid, not a big target, but I'll tell you what. It's not always the size that gets you there. It's the way you run your patterns. You get to that open spot, and you're going to get the ball like Paracella did.
Sebas puts Bailey in motion, fumble on the play, and recovered by number 5, Sebas.
Sebas on the recovery from Mount Carmel.
For a team that originally had 2 quarterbacks in and out and now settling on one, at least in the last 2 games, we've been remarkably free of that, though.
Yeah.
Considering, you know,
Yes.
that's the hardest thing to have happen is the center to get used to 2 different guys. And he's now centering to Sebas, but not that long, so I'm sure he's still in that getting comfortable period, so you'd expect to see more of that.
I think it was actually their first in
Yeah, it
all
might-
these
it might
games we've
be,
seen.
yeah.
That might have been the
It may
first
be.
we've seen that. Second down, 10 yards to go, 3:53 left on the clock, and flags on the play. Delay of game called against the Red Tornadoes.
That gives us a second at what we were talking about, and this is certainly a first for Mount Carmel area. We are playing tonight against a Trojan squad that's listing a girl, Larissa Lukowski, as its kicker. That's the first time we have seen that happen in our history, I believe. We believe she's number 6.
Yeah,
what
she
we
is.
believe is she was listed as number 77 on the program, but is now wearing number 6. Hopefully, you will get a chance to see her at some point during the game.
Sebas on the draw play to Veach and tackled at about the 43-yard line. Good play made that time
Number
again by
70.
77, Bernatovic.
And for you history nuts, the program is listing her as Larissa Lukowski, senior. Position is kicker. She is 5'10", 135 pounds.
Third down, 20 yards to go for the Red Tornadoes. 3:12 left in the first. The Big Red put up 12 quick points early in the first quarter.
Paracella.
Sebas, back to pass. Big rush. He's going to turn it on and take it himself. Gets a good block on the sidelines,
Oh, they're gonna
and they
call
called a
out.
clip on it, but wow. That almost looks like a northern call on that one, didn't it?
Yeah.
Huh?
You know, that.
That was close, folks.
That was
okay,
close.
that's as close as it gets. Okay, that was a close call.
And again, you know, there's a case there. You're seeing something that we haven't seen in a great while. You got someone back there with, you know, we had Higgins, who was an excellent. Now there's a kid there that could throw that football any place. There you had Vic that could throw it 90 miles in the air.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And here now you got not only somebody that's learning how to throw right now, but if he gets caught back there with that speed, and you can see what he does with the defense.
Sebas to Bailey. Inside handoff to Veach. Has one man to get, and he got him, and tackled after about a 25-yard gain, but they'll be about 6 yards short of a first down tackle made by Bargella. That was the only man he had to get by, too, guys.
Yeah, that'll bring up a 4th down. Big Red obviously is going to go for it here.
What a neat reverse, huh?
Yeah, ball
inside. Yep.
Ball sitting at the 27-yard line of the Trojans. 26-yard line, I guess, actually.
And, you know, it's just fantastic to watch the way the interior of the line works on those things. You know, it's such a long play to develop, and they're trapping on the inside.
4th down, 4 yards to go for the Red Tornadoes. Sebas, straight drop back, looks at Paracella, hits him for it, close to a first down,
he's
and
got her.
flags on the play again.
Yeah, I believe he'll pick up the first down, but there is
Well,
a flag. And I don't know, it's on the other side of the field, so I'm not sure where we're
Nope.
going with this one.
And the head ref will come over and make the call. Ineligible receiver downfield against the Red Tornadoes.
Against Mount Carmel.
If he got the first down, and they'll decline it, right?
No,
Or they'll take it.
Take it,
If
yeah.
but if he got it, or if he didn't get the first down, then they're going to decline it.
Right, that's what they're
And it looked like
talking
when he
about.
came back for it, Looked like when he came back for it, maybe.
Look at that shot on the TV. Look at how clear that is. Look at that. I think you're at a professional game here.
I swear that one guy said
they're waving the flag off.
Oh, that's interesting. You don't see that call made very often, and you even less see it waved off when it is called. So that's
now they have a timeout for a measurement.
Now they're
so
gonna,
here we go.
We've seen a little bit of everything right now in this one particular call.
That was a pass and a catch though that no one else could have caught the ball. First down, Paracella and Sebas. Boy, they made that play. Nice by Josh to come back for the ball.
Back. Right, and that's what you want your receivers to do. You want them to get down past the first down marker by about 3 or 4 yards and then to curl back towards the quarterback.
Well, we always talk. I watched the Paracella girl play flag football. I'll expand on this after this play.
Sebas. Inside handoff to Steve Sinkovich. Pounding his way to about the 5-yard line. Good run and good offensive line blocking that time by the Red Tornadoes.
He left about 4 or 5 defenders actually laying from about the 20-yard line right down to the 6.
I saw Josh's sister play flag football, and she runs a lot like him, the same kind of build and all. And so she's got Ernie's, hips. And I looked at Josh the other day when he was at the supper club really closely, and he actually has Ernie's thumbs. Believe it or not, yes, he does. He actually has Ernie's thumbs.
Full house backfield with Lashinsky. Hands the ball off to Bailey. Touchdown! Red Tornadoes goes in standing up.
That's the 55-second mark of the first quarter still, folks.
18-0, Big Red.
Big Red will kick. Yes, they will kick.
58, Mike Sinkovich changing his shoe. Holder will be 21, Matt Montgomery in the long snap. 75, John Else.
Got to definitely work on this shoe thing somehow. There's got to be a better way to do this.
Yeah, I told you, Velcro.
We got to design this, guys. You know what?
Sinkovich ready. Snaps back, down, kicks up, and it's good. With 55 seconds left in the first quarter, the score, the Red Tornadoes 19, the Trojans nothing. We got a good TV crew going here tonight, Warren. And
yeah, it takes a moment here, and I'll give you first of all, I got to tell you who we are. Well, I'll tell you who we are right here. The crew itself, who we are, actually,
right.
we. That's what I wanted to tell you. I'll wait till the quarter for the other one, but we have our program director, of course, is Joe Novotny, my main man, Joe. He's running this show right now. On camera, you got Joe Mazer and, of course, Gary Chesker down on the field. The cable grips are Ryan Devine, Brent Fisher, and John Beluda, and the coach's VCR is Joe D'Amico. So that's the guys that are really making this thing happen for you people on a Wednesday night. So a big thanks to them.
Kicking off for the Red Tornadoes will be 77, Chris Shue. I have to give special thanks to IMAC and Frank Lasky.
I usually do that at the quarter. I'm
bringing his truck.
I'm trying to fill things.
Well, they're adding a lot of extra stuff to it, though. They picked up some new monitors. They have some new.
We're going to need a trailer for that
cameras.
truck pretty soon, I think.
Shue kicks it. This one's going to come in about the 25-yard line. 27 in on the initial hit for the Red Tornadoes, which is Matt Van Doren.
And that's kind of usual for Matt. I mean, on a kick, you're going to see Matt down there somewhere right around the ball. He's the man. You see Lentini. He's the other guy usually will be.
Yeah, that's right.
You'll see him there, too. The usual cast of characters are close to the ball.
Paracella, he's down there.
Paracella will be down there, the bullet.
Hey, the bullet has 2 receptions tonight already.
Flexing Ernie's thumbs all over the field right now, scaring the pants off the Trojans.
Bargella sets the Trojans, tries
Bruza
off the left side.
I tell you what, folks, if nothing else, you got a fullback named Bruza. That's a football name. I mean, you want your fullback to be named Bruza. That's a good name. That's a good football name.
Lashinsky, Evans, and Sinkovich in on the tackle, Mike Sinkovich. Second down, 5 yards to go for the Trojans. Kowalski split far right. He looks at Kowalski, but then he tries one over the middle at his tight end, Jason Shannon. Incomplete. Third down, 5 yards to go.
Picks up a 35.
Boy, I'll tell you, Jason Shannon, 6'1", he looks bigger than 6'1" out there. His defense, or the offensive end, 201 pounds. He is a nice target to hit over the center like that.
Lots of rush from the inside of the Red Tornado defense that time, which didn't let Bargella really get to see Shannon breaking out over the right side there.
I think the one smart thing that the Trojans are doing are letting Bargella drop straight back instead of into those ends like I thought Shamokin did. I wouldn't have done that last week like Shamokin did.
Bargella with lots of Malachowski all over him.
Yeah, and I think
that's going to be a hold in the Trojan line.
It's either a hold on Jason or hold on Evans, as the two of them were just, at full gallop in towards the quarterback.
Unfortunately, Dietz took a couple of hits there at the end.
It appeared Bernatovic was the one that grabbed.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a hold in the Trojan line there. So.
Right.
Big Red declined it because it brings in 4th down now for those Trojans. Three seconds left in the first quarter.
That'll put Shannon in punt formation, Jason Shannon for the Trojans, and deep for the Red Tornadoes, 21 Montgomery and number 5 Sebas. Kicks end over end, kicks it towards the out of bounds, and does make it out of bounds on about the 22-yard line.
Actually, the best play, yeah.
Very smart kick for the Trojans.
Yeah, the way they've been covering kicks, that's their best play.
Well, that's the end of the first quarter. The score, the Red Tornadoes 19, the Trojans of Nanticoke nothing.
I'll tell you why. You take a look at our defense right now and take a look at Nanticoke's offense, and you can pretty much tell what the problem is. I think our defense came in right in the first series of downs on defense and set the tone of this game. The quarterback, Bargello, trying to get back to pass in that first series on the first 3 downs. And we were just hanging all over him, and I think he is not comfortable sitting back there in the pocket. He's looking one way or the other, looking where he's going to get hit. And, he can't set up for a good throw.
And again, in his defense, though, let's remember, he's a sophomore. Okay, I mean, he's a big kid, but he is a sophomore. He's going to suffer the same things that we talked about last week when he got with young quarterbacks, And plus, he's under, like you said, such extreme pressure that it's really hard to judge what he's going to be able to do.
Sebas sets up, going to throw, quick pass, hits Chris Cuff, it's dropped at about the 30-yard line. Red Tornadoes changed their offensive line here, too. Else stays at center, but Aaron Geary, 59, goes at right guard. 67, Jason Wojtovich, goes at left guard. Stick with 63, Revito at left tackle, and 72, Vogler at right tackle. Cuff in there at the tight end right now. Matt Montgomery splits far left, and also number 27, Matt Van Doren, in there now. Flags on the play.
Somebody must have
delay
sat.
a game, or I don't know.
No.
What's that called? Pledge of Allegiance? 5 yards? What was that? I think that was angina.
5-yard penalty.
Yeah.
Legal set. Okay.
It wasn't angina.
That was an illegal substitution. Second down, 15 yards to go. And one thing we're really seeing tonight is some yardage, penalty-wise, really being tallied up against these Red Tornadoes.
Sorry, folks. This thing is deteriorating here in the press box.
Sebas, back to pass. He nearly got it knocked out of his hand as one of the big 77 came charging in. Which is Bernatovic, and he knocked one of the Red Tornadoes back into the quarterback.
Yeah, that time Sebas put 3 people into the pattern, all of them to the side that he was rolling to. He had short, medium, and long range he could have picked from there, rolling him out. But again, a good defensive play that time mucked up the whole flow going that way, and that was the end of it for Mount Carmel area.
Third down, 20 yards to go, 11:21 left in the first half. The ball's resting about the 11-yard line. Sebas, back to pass. Big rush again by 77. Now Sebas just tucks the ball away and runs out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. But Bernatovic really, again, putting pressure on the Red Tornadoes.
Number 77, I'll tell you what, he's playing one heck of a game right from the beginning, giving our offensive linemen just a little bit of trouble. He is certainly a big boy out there, Bernatovic. what's a 295. So, you know, he is someone to deal with out there.
Sinkovich the punter. Jeff Evans the long snap.
Nice kick.
Nice kick by Sinkovich, taken on about the 49-yard line.
Great.
An initial hit made by 26 Lentini.
Lentini did an excellent job there. He was coming down the field, if you watch that, dead center, coming right after at the receiver. And the receiver went to the left, or to his right, and Lentini cut him off. Excellent. Brought him back into the flow.
Did Lentini hear us talking about him or
I
what?
don't know.
How does this work now?
I have no idea.
Finally, some good field position for the Trojans. They'll take over at the 47-yard line of the Red Tornadoes. Going to try Dietz off the left side, and he gets about a 2 or 3 yard gain. Tripped up, I guess, by 47 Steve Sinkovich.
Yeah, and I think 71 Daukus got an arm out there and threw him off a little bit too.
Brings up a 2nd and 6 for the Trojans.
Second down, about 7 yards to go. Bargella's a true 6'6", though. He is a tall boy, isn't he?
Yeah, that he is.
He is.
He's got all the size you want for a quarterback, that's for sure.
Going to try Dietz on the same play again. Oh, look at Daukus get tackled. Daukus got tackled on that play, and they don't call it.
Oh, that was nice.
He had his arm wrapped around his neck.
I'm going to tell you what, folks. Now, there is absolutely no way you can umpire a football game. There is no way you can do that and not see that hold. That guy is sound asleep back there who was ever supposed to call that game. There's no way you can play football and not see it. No way.
First down, Trojans from the 35-yard line.
And, you know, they did it the play before.
My
That's
goodness
the second
gracious.
time they ran to the left, and the second time he hooked
This guy's got to open his eyes up here.
74,
Come on.
Matt O'Brien in the lineup. Going to try the same play again, and Bruza takes it this time. In on the tackle, 47, Steve Sinkovich, and 32, Rusty Lashinsky.
Well, that was my first outburst. Now you guys happy? We got all the way into the...
Well, no, as we followed the first quarter, though, I think we saw some penalties that were questionable, and then that one that wasn't called,
Christmas.
you start
He's standing
about,
right there watching, and he doesn't throw the flag. I'm starting to worry about him.
9:25 left in the first half. Second down, about 9 yards to go. Bargella fakes the Bruza, looks at Dietz out here in the open, hits him. Montgomery is going to finish him off at about the 21-yard line. Penalty on the play.
That's going to go against the Trojans, unfortunately, and that was a nice play that time by Nanticoke. A lot of extra effort by Dietz that time. He's a fine-looking runner, but they're going to bring it back. Now, that holding call there probably should have been 2 plays ago. Or it's kind of a makeup there a little bit, but
he didn't. The person that was supposed to call it didn't call it.
But again, that was a nice play by the Trojans, really was, and you got to give Dietz a lot of credit, a lot of extra effort on that play by Dietz.
This will be a second down and about 25 yards to go from the Red Tornado 48-yard line.
Yeah, I'm afraid to go over the stats at half of this one, boys. This is going to be real ugly. Plus, it's not only do I have to go across the field here, but I've got to hop the fence. I cannot find a gate anywhere.
Going to try Dietz up the middle. Goes for about maybe 1 yard gain.
Initial hit there was in the backfield by Steve Sinkovich, number 47.
Finished off by Rusty 32.
Lashinsky, number 32.
And 60, Malikoski.
Ball sitting on the 46 of Mount Carmel area.
1 yard gain.
Still in Mount Carmel area territory. Third down.
21 yards to go.
That's a heave.
Well, they backed away from their long passes. They're trying this little short stuff right now. Bargella, straight drop back. Rolls a little to his right. Hit by Malikoski. Almost intercepted by Detry. In and out of his hands. And Bargella put down on his back pretty hard by 60, Jason Malikoski.
Yeah, Bargella took a nice hit that time from the big man. the Mal man came in and did it.
Number 99 in the punt, Jason Shannon. Deep for the Red Tornadoes, 21, Matt Montgomery, and number 5, Nick Sebas. 8:07 left in the first half. Snaps back, kicks away. It's an end over and end, bouncing in front of, hits Sebas, and Sebas picks it up, takes it to the left side.
Hasn't but a
and
shirt.
gets
30
stopped at about the 14-yard line.
33.
Tackle
Bruza.
made by 33, Bruza.
Bruza.
Carmel will take over 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line.
But what you did see here, though, and we talked about it early in the game, was what Nanticoke really wanted to do here is they've swung the field position in their favor. Mount Carmel area now taking the ball over deep in their own territory 2 times in a row, and consequently Nanticoke taking the ball back inside Mount Carmel area territory. Look at that shot, folks. There it is. There's not much you can't tell on that, is it?
Sabas tries it up the middle to Steve Sinkovich, finds lots of running room up to about the 33-yard line. Good hole that time by the left side of the Red Tornado offense.
I'll tell you what, the defense is giving us that every play. If you take a look again at the interior linemen, they're on the outside shoulder of our guards, and they put the 2 linebackers. Now that means all you have to do is you have to pop out on the guards and have your lead back pick up one of the linebackers and have Steve follow through.
And actually, he was the lead back, so really what it was the center and the 2 guards. It was Elson and Geary and Wojtovich making the blocks to get that to happen. Gonna try it this time. Hands off to John Veach out around the left side, and little mix-up between the quarterback and John Veach, and they get out of bounds for about a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, we have a change. Just so you know, we do have a change of quarterback there. Number 1, Mike Wojtovich is in now,
okay.
quarterbacking. So again, it's one of those things like Warren had talked about before, that you get a little miscommunication between the center and the quarterback, and now between the halfback, the running back, and the quarterback also.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. 6:50 left in the first half. Wojtovich sets the Red Tornadoes. Going to go to Bailey off the right side. And he gains about maybe 1 or 2 yards off the right side. Nice tackle made by 77 again, which is Bernatovich having a heck of a first half for himself.
Yeah, 77. Bernatovich is a football player. He brought it all to the game tonight. He's playing really, really outstanding defense right now for the Trojans.
Pete Avellino, 37 in at tight end for the Red Tornadoes, and Coach Williams making a lot of changes early in this game. Wojtovich, 3rd down and 5. Back to pass. Big rush from Bernatovich. Gets the ball away, hits Paracella at the 49, and carries the ball into Trojan territory at the 46-yard line. Paracella having 3 receptions and a heck of a night.
Yeah, Paracella, and that time Wojtovich took some pressure from Bernatovich once again, eluded him, squared his shoulders, and fired a perfect strike to Paracella.
Again, there's two very nice pass patterns run there. One by Paracella and the other one by Veach. Veach was the interior slot man, and he did a square out, which cleared the zone for Paracella to hook.
74, O'Brien now in at right guard for the Red Tornadoes. And the Red Tornadoes trying a couple different guards. Wojtovich's pass caught by 21 Montgomery for 5 yards. Nice throw by Wojtovich. Good catch by Montgomery.
A little changeup now from Big Red. They send Wojtovich in, and he starts throwing the ball over the field after a punishing ground game grinds at them in the first quarter. Of course, we had some nice passes by Sebas there at the end of the first quarter, but keeping the Trojans a little bit off balance here on defense, trying to determine what we're going to do.
5 minutes left on the clock. 2nd down, 5 yards to go. Bailey goes in motion to the left side. Tries Sinkovich up the middle. Still on his feet. 1st down. Red Tornadoes at about the 27-yard line.
Now this is the Steve Sinkovich that we knew. Just a punishing run every time he's had the ball tonight. There's like at least 4 or 5 times he's carried the ball, picked up, 8 to 10 to 15 to 20 yards, and I mean running people over.
Well, I think we looked at after this play. I'll elaborate a little bit there.
Wojtovich back to pass. Looks in the flat. Hits Montgomery at the 21-yard line. Cuts it back to the middle of the field. Touchdown, Red Tornadoes. Wojtovich to Montgomery.
Excellent play that time again by Wojtovich, dropping back, getting his shoulders squared, a perfect strike, and then Montgomery, some nifty
running,
open field running that time for the touchdown. As I said, we line up to kick again. We'll be kicking the extra point as soon as I tell you what, this shoe thing's got to wear him out after a while. Look at him.
58, Mike Sinkovich to attempt the extra point. Montgomery the hold. Jonathan L. 75 with the snap. It's good. And the Red Tornadoes lead this game 26-0.
At us from the beginning of the season, and of course, we changed offense a little bit. We changed the way we run a little bit, brought a little quicker back into the backfield, and you see Steve move into that fullback. But I thought last week, and I think about his brother too, I think Steve and Mike Sinkovich had their best games so far this season last week.
Right.
And I think you're seeing a continuation of it. They really found themselves. Of course, Steve got that one-back offense last week going, and you know, when you have him in the backfield like that, it's a close right in between the tackles. You're not asking him to move outside much. He really found his stride, I think, against Shamokin area, and he's looking really tough right now on offense for Big Red. And of course, defensively, what do you say about the two of them? I mean, they're just givens. Maybe we don't say enough about them only because they're just so rock steady all the time. You just assume they're always there, and they are.
77, Chris Shue will kick off for the Red Tornadoes with all the little speedsters around them.
Oh, we got the real group in there now.
Number 8, there's number 8, Mike Smith. He's in there.
Look at the speed here.
Oh, flags on the play. Everybody beat. I said
everybody beat
everybody shooting to the ball.
That's what it was.
I mean, everybody. Was there one? Who was offside? Everybody but Shue.
So.
Everybody but the kicker was offside that time, folks. We're all trying to make our mark right now on the kickoff, but that'll come back now, and Big Red will have to do it again.
They better put these guys back 10 yards instead of 5 yards.
And Shue saying, come on, guys, give me a break here, huh?
I mean, just look on this side. You have Montgomery, you have Lentini, and you have Veach over here on this side on his right.
Bailey's here, too.
And Bailey.
But when you think about it, Shue actually weighs more than half the line.
That is true.
If you added up the 6 guys coming in towards him, he weighs more than the 6 of them.
But the only one is O'Brien.
Well, we're going to try it again. Everybody's watching him this time. He gets it away. Taken on about the 22-yard line by Oates, and he breaks it to the outside, found some running room. Montgomery, and finally run down by O'Brien. Nice job by 74, Matt O'Brien, to make that tackle on about the 44-yard line.
Actually, nice job by Montgomery. He kept contained. Now, he didn't make the tackle, but he forced contain, and when you force contain like that, that's exactly what you want. And, you know, he prevented him from getting to the sideline where he may have taken it all the way had he gotten there.
26-0, Red Tornadoes in the lead, 4:21 left in the first half. Bargella going to try it to the left side. Dietz gets around the left side, still hitting.
Oh.
And Sinkovich and Avellino, 47, Mike Sinkovich, Avellino, 54, Jeff Dog Evans in on the tackle.
And a flag there.
That's going to go against the Trojans, I believe, again. And Dietz has got to go into that huddle and say, guys, let's give me a break here. He is running really well. He's running tough. He's a good-looking tailback here for the Trojans, but 2 great runs now nullified by holding calls. He's got to be getting tired of that.
First down, 25 yards to go for the Trojans. Well, it'll be 20 because it moves back from the spot of the foul. Right.
I'm not getting into the numbers with you two guys again. I remember the last time we did this.
I'm paying attention this week.
It's actually 1st and 17 to be correct with you guys
only
here.
On the additions that we get messed up. Kicking tees still on the field for the Red Tornadoes, so they have we have a tendency to do that.
That's the second time that happened to us this year too.
3:54 left in the first half. Bargella sets the Trojans at about the 37-yard line. Back to Dietz, fumble, and covered by Bargella, and then covered by 58, Mike Sinkovich.
And again, you know, it's just the aggressive defense that the Tornadoes came out with right from the beginning of the game. You have Bargella just tossing the ball. It didn't even look like he spotted his halfback on that one, Warren, to give him a good lateral on that.
No, he didn't. He really didn't. You got to feel a little bit for Bargella. I mean, we're not going to be able to see everything he can do right now because they're not giving him enough time for really anything.
3:10 left on the clock. Tries a quick handoff to Bruza. That one's not going, but for about a 1-yard gain. 47, Steve Sinkovich in on the hit. And
Number 60,
Jason Malakowski. 77, Chris Shue into the lineup. Let's see where he's going to go. He's going
anywhere
in for
he pleases.
Mike Sinkovich.
No, he's probably going to be free safety, I think.
You think?
Yeah. No, I'm wrong. He's not. Now take a look. He's over there talking to Evans. Look, take a look at that move there.
Third down, passing situation for the Trojans. Nope, we're going to hand off to Dietz, and that one's about a 1-yard gain. Down at the bottom of the pile, 54 Evans. Also number 60, Jason Malakowski. Fourth down, punting situation for the Trojans. That'll bring number 99, Jason Shannon, in the punt. The two speedsters back for the Red Tornadoes, 21, Matt Montgomery, and number 5, Nick Sebas.
Well, Shannon's gotten a workout so far here in the first half. He's earned a letter for the rest of the year.
Yes, he did.
Instead of first half.
Spiraling kick towards Montgomery, more towards the out-of-bounds line. Bounces now back inbounds and will be downed on about the 29-yard line. Nice punt by Shannon, starting to punt away from these two quick speedsters back there, Wayne.
Oh, you can't blame them. First of all, you have to look at, what went on in the first half. We had one called back. We had the opening kickoff taken all the way. But, you're looking at the blocking also the Tornadoes on those receiving teams. They're just doing an outstanding job setting up that picket fence.
1:42 left in the first half. Wojtovich at quarterback for the Red Tornadoes. Tries the handoff to 47, Steve Sinkovich. Good tackle made by 55 that time, Kevin Wiley. Wiley just came from his right tackle. It looks like he sort of figured what was going to happen on that play.
Did everybody find their game ball tickets? Because here's the lucky number.
Second down, the clock running down, 1 minute, 20 seconds left. We did that now. A little bit of the paperwork done here in the booth. Wojtovich to Bailey, off the left side. Lots of running room for a first down at about the 42-yard line of the Trojans. Clock will be stopped to move the chains as it winds down to 1 minute, 2 seconds.
That run is good enough for him. First down.
Big Red, of course, is happy here to grind this out. I mean, there's no sense adding injury to insult the way things are going right now. But obviously, the Trojans need to go in at halftime and regroup a little bit, especially on offense. I mean, I go over to get these stats. They're gonna truly be ugly when we pick these things up for the first half.
Wojtovich hands off to John Veach. Big hit that time by number 60 coming across the left side, Krzyzulski.
Yeah, 60 and 54, Chakowski.
Krzyzulski?
Shikowski.
And Shikowski.
Shikowski.
Second down, 11 yards to go. 24 seconds, as you said. The Red Tornadoes content to let this one run down. Number 8, Mike Smith into the lineup for the Red Tornadoes.
Big Red will, I'm assuming, run one more play here to end the half.
Wojtovich to Bailey, off the right side. Running room, still gets some running room and down to the 41-yard line as time runs out. Bailey picks up a few extra yards to add to statistics. We'll be back with some halftime stats in 1 moment. Back with some halftime stats, we have Warren, and courtesy of Jose Gonzalo, you made your trek across the Trojan field to get these halftime stats.
I'm out of shape from trying not to make these long ones too often any longer, but this one I did.
Remember the one from Pottsville? That was
an overnighter for me.
Oh, baby. Okay.
I'll tell you what, guys. I mean, if you're in your living room and you're watching this, sit down, because this is as bad as you saw in the first half. Big Red rushed the ball 20 times for a total of 131 yards. They were 8 of 9 for passing for 111 yards. They had 11 first downs. Individually rushing, Sinkovich, 5 rushes for 64 yards. Bailey, 5 for 33. Veach, 4 for 19. And Sebas, 6 for 15. Passing, Sebas, 5 of 6 for 62 yards, guys, and a TD. Wojtovich, 3 for 3 for 49 yards and a TD. Receiving Paracella, 3 catches for 34 yards. Montgomery, 3 for 57. Bailey, 1 for 14. And Veach, 1 for 6. Now, this is where it gets ugly, okay? Nanticoke.
Yeah, so that was pretty. That wasn't too ugly. I think that was pretty.
No, this is where it gets ugly.
Okay.
This is the ugly part here. That's 242 yards of total offense, folks, in the first half, okay? Nanticoke area, 12 rushes, 16 yards. They were 0 for 6 passing. They had 1 first down. Now, a little bit of tidbit here to keep you rolling through the second half.
Go ahead.
Say, should we win the game? And okay. This will be Coach Williams' 50th win at Mount Carmel area.
Isn't that neat?
Now, that's chugging along at a pretty impressive place.
Does Coach Williams know that, or are we
I don't know, but
it
will be his 50th win at Mount Carmel area tonight. The run back on the kickoff for Veach was the second longest kickoff return in Mount Carmel area history.
Isn't that
He
neat?
was tied with 2 people. Both Zavaric and Mazatesta both had 92-yard runs. The longest run from a kickoff at Mount Carmel area in history is Johnny Dimnick with 94 yards.
And how far was this one?
92.
Was it really?
Yes.
Isn't that great? That's interesting.
Yep, that was that's what you want.
Any other little tidbits you have brought up from down on the sideline?
Actually, we got tons of things here. We
Go
got
ahead.
all kinds of stuff to go here. We can do anything. We got Phil, courtesy of Phil, of course, last night, Supper Club. Let's talk a little about Supper Club. Great crowd again last night. Of course, we expect a great crowd again coming up next week for the Marion football game, which should be tomorrow night, folks. If you want to know anything about Mount Carmel area football, you be there on a Thursday night at 6:30 Matucci's. That's where we meet every Thursday night. The coaches, you'll have 4 players, you'll have some cheerleaders, you'll have a great dinner. Mount Carmel Area Supper Club, be there or you are not part of the team. Now,
we have to break the 67 record. We
Yes,
got to
we
go
do.
for 75 people.
in the District 4 Class AA 97 rankings, folks, right now, as of this game, before this game finishes, number 1 is Montoursville. Number 2 in District 4 is South Williamsport. Montoursville with 50 points. South Williamsport, 36 points. Mount Carmel area, Central Columbia, and Lewisburg are all tied for 3rd position with 32 points apiece. Warrior Run is in 6th with 22 points. The game, the way this is shaping up, barring any unforeseen, tragedies down the road, you will see this pretty much shape up the way it is. Although Mount Carmel area can get a possible 88 points. South Williamsport can only get a possible 80 points in District 4, so it may flip-flop as we go. Montoursville, on the other hand, can get 108 points, which puts them in the driver's seat for a District 4 first seed anyway.
Well, they were a AAA team that moved down to AA, so they still are playing a couple AAA teams that some of the AA teams do not play. On the other hand, South Williamsport, a single A team moving up to AA, is going to end up playing some teams that aren't quite the caliber of the Central Columbias, the Mount Carmels, and the Montoursville.
And that's why they're being hurt also by their amount of points. They're going to be in a little bit of trouble until they can fill a schedule out with AA and AAA teams.
Chris Shue with the kickoff.
This is Oates.
Oates takes it on about the 19-yard line, finds some running up the middle. The initial hit on the bottom was 26. Lantini, kept out by Bailey, Paracella, and 74 O'Brien. First down, Trojans on the 29-yard line.
Tackle was made by.
What you think they'll probably do here is try to go to Dietz a little more in the second half, Warren. From what we've heard about Dietz being quite a good running back.
Yeah, Tim Dietz is definitely the go-to guy on this team. He had a pretty good first half.
But we're going to Bruza off the right side. Finds some running room, about a 6-yard gain. Nice run that time by Bruza. Good blocking by the right side. Tackle made by 35, Brian Detry.
Brian Detry.
I mean, Nanticoke, the tough part about the Trojans at halftime is that there was nothing to build on. They didn't pass well, they didn't run well, had some horrendous holding calls and holding problems on the line, so there wasn't any real glimmer there for them, so they got to kind of start fresh here.
Bargella gets the pass away to Dietz, off his fingers. 3rd down and 2 yards to go. But 2nd down and short yard, not a bad call by Nanticoke.
I'll tell you what, it was an excellent call. In fact, Dietz was wide open over there on the flat. It's just that Bargello just didn't hit him. He just let him a little bit too much, and it was out of the reach of the receiver.
down, 2 yards to go. Out of the eye, gives it to Dietz. Tries up the middle. Jeff Evans initially in there with the first hit. Also,
Koski.
Tornadoes.
what do you got? Malachowski and Evans.
It's up a 4th and 2.
4th down, 2, and put Shannon in punt formation. Tough running into the center, that Red Tornado defense.
Well, especially when you're making some yardage. Both the left and the right side towards the end of the first half there, they were moving the ball a little bit.
Shannon's punt.
Shannon, end over end punt, hits on about the 39-yard line toward Montgomery, picks it up on the 30 and brings it back to the 38-yard line. Good play by Matt Montgomery to keep that one from being 20 yards deeper in their own territory.
Yeah, that ball hit the ground. It was already skidding across the grass and taking off, and Montgomery did the right thing. He picked it up on the first bounce and took off with it.
Red Tornadoes go back with Else at center. The 2 guards, Daukus and Mike Sinkovich. The tackles, Malachowski and Vogler. Sebas back at quarterback for the Red Tornadoes with Steve Sinkovich and Bailey in the backfield. This one goes to inside handoff, reverse to Veach. Finds some running room. Good block from Malachowski and gains 20 yards to the 44-yard line of the Trojans.
Tell you what, you look in the center of that line and you see an outstanding trap play in there with Jonathan Else in the center and on his left-hand side, Daukus. Daukus just buried somebody on that trap play to spring Veach through the center of the line. You want to watch some, a lot of people watch the running back, and if you want to really enjoy something, take a look and watch at the center of our line and watch how they block.
First down, Red Tornadoes. Gonna try Sinkovich up the middle, big hole. Gets down to about the 24-yard line. That looks like Bargell in the tackle again, and that Bargell is, from his free safety is getting killed back there, and he's the quarterback, I know.
He's made more hits probably tonight than he's had to do the whole season.
And especially on Steve Sinkovich.
Yeah, Steve is the guy barreling into him.
Yeah,
all the
you don't
time.
want to hit Steve all the way down there. He has a full head of steam coming at you.
I'm sorry, guys.
I'd say Steve is having a tremendous game again tonight.
Paracella and Avellino into the game now. Paracella split left, Avellino split right. Looking at Paracella, gain of 5 yards, and Josh Aru's having a heck of a game tonight.
Well, again, you're looking here at Paracella running some excellent patterns out there, squaring out 5 yards down, and there was nobody around him. Everybody was looking again for him to go deep and curl out, and he makes a square out move and picks up 5 yards.
It's the thumbs, guys. Be serious.
Is that what it is?
All I saw were thumbs flashing out there, and boom, he has the ball caught.
Second down, 5 yards to go. 9:32 left in the third quarter. Sebas, straight drop. Looks in the flat at Montgomery, hits him on the 11, has the ball to the 5, down to the 4-yard line.
I'll tell you what, you're not going to see a prettier pass than that. That was a bullet right on target. Sebas took 2 steps back, squared up, and threw the ball. Nice pass.
I tell you what, though, 13 and 30 have to ask themselves, how did they not tackle him? I can't even. I don't even know how you could not do that.
Lashinsky comes into the lineup, and that'll put a full house backfield in Mount Carmel area's lineup. Lashinsky goes at the tailback spot.
Ooh, we're in the power move now.
Going to go to Lashinsky. Stopped at the 4-yard line.
Good job by the Trojan middle defense that time. And I know you're going to see Bernatovich get up somewhere there.
Jason Janisevich, as well as number 30, Dan Chip. No game.
Oh, you know what? Not only do you not see Bernatovich,
He's not
even out there.
Yeah,
He's not playing to start the second half. That's unusual.
Actually,
I don't even see him out there.
No, he's on the sideline here. Not going to see him standing.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, he's standing.
Okay, we're going full house backfield again. Sinkovich, Avellino, Lashinsky sets at the 10-yard line, gives it to Lashinsky, and big rush by 51 in on the tackle, which is Joe Patrick.
That's Joe Patrick making a great play for the Trojans that time. We're not. We showed the power formation, and we haven't done anything with the power.
Well,
formation
but instead of the two
much.
fullbacks being out in front, they have Bailey and Sinkovich out in the power formation with Lashinsky at the tailback instead of Bailey there.
3rd and 7 now for Big Red for the touchdown.
And flags on the play, and this is going to be a illegal substitution against the Red Tornadoes.
Too many men in.
That's that angina attack again.
and one person, turns around as soon as we go to set up and walking off the field.
That's something new, folks. You saw 2 illegal substitutions in one game. Okay? We didn't even know what the call was, and we see 2 of them now.
Now we go back to the straight I formation with Sinkovic at fullback, Bailey at the tailback. 3rd down, goal to go from about the 14-yard line. Bailey going to take it outside. Lots of blockers out there, and he gets down to about the 4-yard line. Nice run by Al Bailey. Good blocking by 75 else. 71 Daukas, 47 Steve Sinkovic, and 58 Mike Sinkovic. A lot of linemen out there blocking. Field goal attempt by number 58, Mike Sinkovic.
Mike Sinkovic in to attempt the 15-yard, the 22-yard field goal.
Sinkovic gets his shoe changed, which we always wait and see. And timeout by the ref to move the shoe.
Now, the funny part about this was Coach Edwards was coming out to get it, and the other referee pushed and shoot him off the field.
Sinkovic sets up for a 22-yard field goal attempt. Snaps back by Else. Montgomery the hold. The kick's up and just goes off to the right. No good. With 6:37 left in the 3rd quarter, the score, the Red Tornadoes 26, the Trojans of Nanticoke nothing. Trojans hold on that series.
Ball turns over, of course. Unfortunately, they take over the ball deep in their own territory. The ball's going to be placed at the 20-yard line.
And there you go, guys. That answered our question from last week.
Right,
if
it
you
comes
kick within
back out to the 20.
It comes out to the 20.
Right. I didn't know that, to tell you the truth. I wondered about that when you said it last week. I wasn't sure where they put it.
Well, look at this. Jeff Evans moves back into a... Big hit by Malachowski, but Bruza gets it outside. Nice tackle, open field by 47, Steve Sinkovic, but that'll be a 1st down for the Trojans.
That's unusual for Jason Malachowski to make a hit like he does in the backfield. That was 5 yards deep. He had his arms wrapped around Bruza, and he still picks up the 1st down.
Tough play by Bruza that time. You got to give him a lot of credit. That was all second effort there.
6:17 left in the 3rd quarter. The ball's on the 31-yard line. 26-0, Red Tornadoes in the lead. Flags on the play, and this will be a legal procedure called against the Trojans.
Penalty marker on the play. Dead ball foul, legal motion on the Trojans. 5-yard penalty, bring up a 1st and 15 from the 21. Correction from the 26.
1st down and 15. You're right, Wayne. Bargella, he's going to be awful tired after a game because he runs to the sideline no matter what yard line they're on to get the play.
Nope. It just doesn't make any sense.
Bruza and Dietz in the backfield. Bargella fumble. Keeps the ball, and Malachowski and Evans in on the hit at about a 1-yard gain. Maybe no gain.
And again,
that wasn't Jeff Evans. Jeff Evans just came in. So helping out there was number 52 for the Red Tornadoes, which was Charlie Adams, who had come in. Probably Evans had some equipment adjustment. Bargella looks out in the flat. Sinkovic had his hand up. Sebas is still on his feet and going down the sidelines. Montgomery knocks him out of bounds with a nice tackle at the 41-yard line. But 2 people hit him at about the 40, and he did not get out of bounds and makes it down to the 41-yard line.
Nice play that time by the Trojans.
5-yard pass completion. Bargella to straight. 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Bargella, I don't know who it was, whether it was Daukas on this side or had his hands up in his face.
I think it was Mike Sinkovic. Okay. Sinkovic got his hand up real high. Bruza off the right side. 80, Chris Cuff. 47, Steve Zinkovich. And 60, Jason Malakowski on the tackle.
I think even Big Red got a little sloppy in this series a little bit as far as tackling went, not wrapping the player up and putting him down.
Second down, 9 yards to go. 4:26 left in the third. Bargella. Oh, big rush by 58 Zinkovich, and he had the ball. He took it right out of Bargella's hand. Good job by Mike Zinkovich.
I'll tell you what, there was an unusual play. We jumped Evans out of the nose guard position. We rushed 4 people, but he went back into a linebacker, middle linebacker's position, and it was a blitz. He totally went to the right, looked for a gap between their tackle and guard, and took off. If he didn't fumble it, he had dead aim on Bargella.
Boy, the Bernatovich, the game he had, and he's on the sideline right now, Warren.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I don't know if he got hurt or what.
Sebas, hands off to Bailey, off the left side. On his feet and very close to a first down at about the 46-yard line.
He may have picked the first down up. In fact, they did pick a first down up. Maybe he didn't.
Second down and inches. We have to do that paperwork.
Take a moment here. I get some.
Do that paperwork.
I got to get some egg off my face here. I'll be right back, folks.
Sebas, he's going to roll on second down and inches. Big rush by the defensive end, number 38, was it?
36.
36 in on the rush, which is Matt Titus. Good job that time. And he just made a big rush from the left side of the defensive line.
Loss of about 16 yards.
Now we have a third down and about 18 yards to go for the Red Tornadoes from about the 39-yard line. Third down and 16. Twin backs in the backfield for the Red Tornadoes. Sebas straight drop back. Screen pass to Veach. Lots of running room. One block. Gets a good block. First down. Red Tornadoes in
nice move.
Now he's on his way to the corner. Cuts it back at about the 25. First down. Red Tornadoes in Trojan territory. That's how you run a screen pass, guys.
That's picture perfect.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
You look at that on about the 40-yard line. He outran our blockers, and he ran into 3 men from Nanticoke and actually juked all 3 of them to pick up an extra 10 to 12 yards.
Yep, that was picture perfect screen pass. Absolutely fooled the Trojans completely, and he did some nifty open field running once again, and just scary the way he reminds me of his brother so much out there.
Matt O'Brien in at right guard. Steve Zinkovich up the middle, still on his feet. About a 9-yard gain to about the 14-yard line.
Steve, he just will not go down. I mean, he's just not going down. He's being hit 2-3 times, but they're not bringing him down.
I'll tell you what, I would not want to be out there trying to tackle. And you know, the worst thing that the Nanticoke's trying to do is they're trying to tackle him high.
Yeah.
You know, and he's just entirely too strong to do that. He's just shaking all tacklers off and running people over.
Officials timeout, problems with Joe Patrick, number 51. They send him off the field, and Nanticoke will have to send what player on. They do. Second down, 1 yard to go. Split right, Paracella and Veach. Quarterback sneak. First down, Red Tornadoes after about a 2-yard gain. And that's all you really need to get that first down, Wayne.
Well, you know, you have probably one of the best best linemen there, and that's Jonathan. Jonathan Nels, you know, he has 15 games from last season under his belt at that position, and we saw him handle many opponents with Vic behind him, and Vic doing the exact same thing that Sebas is doing. You know, picking up the 2, 3, 4 yards that you need for that first down. But you have to give credit to the center, the guy that's doing that blocking.
Ball's on the 12-yard line. Option of, is it Bailey or Veach? Bailey, touchdown, Red Tornadoes. I couldn't see the number. What a great pitch by Sebas to Bailey for the touchdown.
We haven't seen much of that so far this year
No.
anyway from Big Red, but ran it to perfection that time. And really, between the screen pass and that play, got the Trojan defense flat-footed both times.
Mike Zinkovich changing his shoe on about the 30-yard line.
He has to be the fastest tire in Mount Carmel.
Kovic to attempt the point after.
Matt Montgomery with the hold. Else with the snap. It's back. It's good. The kick's up.
Ooh,
And it's good. That would have been about
That
a
had some foot in it, didn't it?
48-yarder, right?
He wasn't taking any prisoners with that one.
1:05 left in the third quarter. The score, the Red Tornadoes 33, the Trojans of Nanticoke nothing.
Are you guys live back home now? Take the way or take one?
No, tape.
Kicking off here for the Red Tornadoes, number 77, Chris Shue. They put all the speedsters in there now, Wayne, too.
Yeah, well, you know, that's the key to our special teams. You know, if you haven't figured that out, our kickoff teams, you got so much speed in there. There's actually on a kickoff team, Chris Shue was the only lineman. The last time we kicked off, I guess O'Brien was the only other one, and everybody else were either halfbacks or wide receivers, some speed to get down there. And, you know, as we said before, speed kills. You know, you're
Right.
looking at someone getting down, you get good coverage. The receiver slows up a little bit, you know, looking for blockers, and you're making the tackle deep.
Shuey with the kick. Fielded on about the 20-yard line. Grabowski into the middle, and lots of Red Tornadoes in there that time. 28 Bailey, number 8 Mike Smith, 74.
Grabowski takes the ball.
O'Brien, 27, which is Matt Van Duren, and 88 Shellhammer.
Didn't want to miss Shellhammer.
Let's hear it for the JV cheerleaders.
First down, the ball on the 35-yard line. Going to try Dietz out around the
Look at
right
this. Look
side.
at the hold there.
Dowkus is
Oh,
tackled
come on.
and stuck by Sebas, but Dan Dowkus just gets tackled every time it comes around that
Oh.
side.
A lot of flags on the
I'll tell you what, if Dowkus wasn't falling on his back to look up at the lights when he was taken down, I don't think he would have thrown the flag.
No, but it was a definite defensive tackle,
Oh.
not a defensive hold. Josh Paracella into the game for number 5, Nick Sebas.
And that's what you want to do. You want to give Nick, you know, some rest time here. You know, keep his legs a little fresh if you're going to play him a little bit to give him some experience. You don't want to get him too tired that he might get injured. It's a smart move.
First down, 25. The ball on the 21-yard line. Bargella going to try Bruza. Oh, stuck up by number 47, Steve Zinkovich.
That's what you call filling the hole. You know, you look at those blockers and you see where they're going, and Steve stepped right up inside. You know, and just made the tackle. He did not move. He did once he made the hit on the halfback. He did not go back at all.
That's the end of the third quarter. The score, the Red Tornadoes 33, the Trojans nothing. Bartle gonna throw. Drops back. Hits Dietz at the 39-yard line and knocked. You know, he stays in bounds. The tackle was made by 26 Lentini. Lentini doing a heck of a job from cornerback right there.
Good play that time. Dietz is a really tough guy to bring down. He gave him a good hit and stopped him dead right where he caught the ball. Second down, he only gained 2 yards on that.
6:19 left on the clock. Eckroat brings the ball around the right side.
Eckroat on the carry.
Lentini held him up and finished off by 51 on the tackle for the Red Tornadoes, Jeff Karpinski.
I'll tell you what, Lentini is playing some good cornerback here. He knows what to look at. He's watching his man picking up the pass with Dietz coming out very quickly, and run support. He's coming up. He made about 3 tackles the last 4 or 5 plays.
64, Sean Thomas into the Red Tornado lineup. Third down, 5 yards to go for the Trojans. Bartle, back to pass. Looks on the long fly. Good coverage by Shellhammer and 25 Veach.
Yeah, they were right with him. That was still a good pass.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, Bartle had a nice throw that time. He was under a lot of pressure.
Yes, he was. Karpinski, Jeff Karpinski, number 51, made a great hit after the release.
Yeah, he did well to get the ball off. Again, Big Red, the defense doesn't rest much when these other guys are on there, does it? They're still tearing things apart on the line too.
5:23 left on the clock. 4th down and 5 yards to go, and the Trojans will go for it.
And Karpinski's coming out of that linebacker position along with Bailey.
Try Eckroak, and that'll be a first down at about the 49-yard line.
That carry is good enough for a Trojan. First down.
And the Trojans, of course, they have also now turned the ball over to different backs, different offensive backfield now operating for the Trojans. 22 Eckroak is the main ball carrier now for the Trojans.
Although some of that offensive line's still in there. Back to pass.
Ooh!
And he knocked him. A great hit by Lentini.
Lentini. I'll tell you what, he had the ball in his hands and
Yes,
he got
he
it
did.
knocked out.
Grabowski caught the ball.
Big hit by Lentini, and he is all over the place from that cornerback position right now.
Actually, he's calling the plays
Yes,
for the
he
Red
is.
Tornadoes right now,
say.
too. We're watching that. Oops, 51 pulled, but Eckroak gets the ball, gains about 5 yards, and I guess they're just not going to call any penalties right now.
No, I think they're trying to let the game go here.
41, Mickey Moreau's on the bottom of the pile.
Trying to run the clock down at the 4-minute and 37 mark of the 4th quarter. We want to say thank you, of course, again to Industrial Maintenance and Construction for the use of the truck that is WKMC TV's truck with all its equipment brought to the game and the setup of the cameras and all. Again, Frank Losky's crew, a big thank you to them for everything they do for us in each game.
Eckroak off the left side to the 35-yard line. Shellhammer in on the tackle along with 26 Lentini.
First down.
4 minutes left in the ball game. The ball's on the 36-yard line.
All right, guys.
Number 61 just came in, Jason Scavery.
Yes, but the secret weapon is in. 10.
Mike Powell at linebacker.
The weapon is in. Well, that was I don't know what we were doing there.
Pass complete. Kowalski catches the ball to about the 16-yard line.
Mount Carmel area is substituting in and out on every play now.
Right.
It's hard to even keep track of everybody right now going in and out.
Number 66, Ricky Prezelomski's in.
We have to give Coach Williams credit. I mean, he gave these guys a whole quarter. They're getting a
Yes,
whole
they
quarter
are.
in this ball game, and that's.
He bust 40 kids up here, and 40 kids got substantial
right.
playing time tonight. And that's what you like to see.
Try Eckroak off the left side, and that looked like about a 5 or 6 yard gain.
Of course, you see Coach Williams standing on the sideline over there. The big number 50 for him, his 50th win at Mount Carmel area. Big congratulations to Coach Williams and his entire coaching staff, because I know if you say congratulations to him, he's going to say, well, it's really not me, it's them. You know,
That's
I give
right.
all the credit to them, and that's the kind of guy he is. But the whole coaching staff, 50 wins in this short a time at Mount Carmel area is really something to be proud of.
2:40 left in the ball game. 33-7, Red Tornadoes in the lead. Trojans have it on the 5-yard line. Hits Kowalski out there. Touchdown, Trojans. Oh, Grabowski caught the ball. Now, Grabowski has been in this ball game the whole game, though, too, Warren. So they've kept a few regulars in there just to try to make this look a little respectable.
Well, I think the other thing you need to look at, though, is for a school with the student population that this one does, a AAA school, actually.
Right.
They have very few players on the sidelines. They don't have a lot of kids out for football, at least that are dressed for this game.
Snaps back, the kick's up, and it's good with 2:26 left in the ball game. The score, the Trojans 14, the Red Tornadoes 33.
And again, you look at the age of some of these kids. They only have a handful of seniors playing on this team. Also, Warren.
Yeah.
As you go down their roster, there's actually not too many.
A lot of sophomores.
I see maybe about 5. A lot of sophomores. You're right.
Actually, they have 10. 9 or 10 seniors in the whole squad.
You had to count that, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
I mean, you just...
I had
you had to count
nothing.
that.
I had nothing to do. Get off me.
Oh, okay.
I'm filling here.
Number 4.
Jeez.
Grabinski will kick off. And
Can't work with you guys anymore. That's it. Oh, my contract looked at.
got a feeling they're looking for an onside kick here, guys. What do you think?
I think of the onside kick. That's pretty cheapy. You want my opinion of it? That's exactly what
Well, I'll tell you what,
everybody's
where he's
lining up
setting up,
for.
you're not kidding.
I think you might see an onside kick here at 2:26 in the fourth quarter, but I personally wouldn't be too fond of that.
But again, it was something similar to the last time he kicked from the
he
hash
just
mark.
kicks over
and it
to
was,
try to hit the 40-yard line. It's a high kick, but it's a kick to about the 40-yard line. No, this one's going to be same kind.
Yep.
Taken by Matt Van Doren on the 24-yard line. Takes it out across the middle of the field. Cuts it back to the 40 and is tackled by number 80, which is Jeff Kowalski at about the 44-yard line. Nice return by 27 Matt Van Doren.
Van Doren looked real good on that. He really did. That's what you like to see.
And it was if you watch him, he was switching the ball as he was coming through the hole, as he was going from the right side of the field to the left side of the field, protecting the ball.
Red Tornadoes trying to get a team out there right now.
And we got all kinds of guys in and out here now.
Friday night, homecoming against the Warriors of Wyoming area.
In and out here.
No, Brian's out.
Who's in here now?
That happens when you get toward the end.
We got
of the
11
game
guys. We have 11 now.
You better hurry up.
I think they're going to let this one go. Red Tornadoes set up with Wojtovich at quarterback. Pitches back to 30, Zublik. And brings it back to about the original line of scrimmage. Obes makes the tackle.
Now you're seeing the Trojans also. I think he's getting everybody in the game now.
Yes.
Everybody who's suited will play now for Nanticoke. That's what you like to see on a team that's had some bad luck to start the season off here. They're going to drop to 0-5 here tonight. You might as well get everybody in the game, get them some experience, get them a letter, and get them.
He had one too many on the field. Moreau carries the ball. It's fumble. But there's flags on the play.
We're going to have this angina thing again. He's going to hold his heart again now and tell us it was an illegal something. Well, actually, that'll be illegal participation probably.
Right.
That's a little different than the illegal substitution call that we had seen earlier. No, it isn't. It's just angina again. He's going to take the pill. He'll be all right.
Well, 13 made a heck of a shot at trying to get off
Was
the
that
field.
13, 13 coming off?
Yep.
Yeah.
He did a heck of a job.
It was either I thought 13 or 33 was trying to make his move there.
He was charging.
And that's what happens when you're putting so many kids in and out of a football game. It's impossible now to do this. Again, somebody else is coming out here from the Trojans, so that's the way it's going to work.
Clock running down, 1:30 left on the clock, 1:24. Wojtovich hands off to Zublik. About a 4-yard gain. Third down and about 2 yards to go for the Red Tornadoes. 1 minute left in the ball game. So going to Zublik off the right side. Close to a first down, but it'll be about maybe 6 inches short.
Yeah, it looks right in front of us. It looks like he's a little short on that first down. Oh, there's
First down. First down.
We're right on that, Wayne, too, I'll tell you that.
First down.
Okay. And look at it, chains aren't even in. He said, start that clock and get it going.
We had some creative movement there, I'll say that for them.
Creative clockwork, too.
Yeah, we're doing that, too. That's what you need to do, though. I mean, there's 20 seconds left. We get the game over with here.
Zublik. And that's going to be the final play of the game. The Red Tornadoes are going to take this one home 33-14 and not come back and play Nanticoke. Again, I guess next year there won't be another Nanticoke game.
Yeah, we end the series with Nanticoke football, at least for now, for the foreseeable future. We lead the series with the win tonight, 4 wins to 2. Most of the games played in the early 20s. When Nanticoke, of course, was a power in football, had a great following, brought train loads of people into the Silver Bowl. So it's sad to see the programs end their relationship, but with the AAA and AA and the district standings the way they are, it just happens to happen that way, and you can't do a whole lot about it. So we say goodbye from, of course, for our first ever thing at Frank Tchaikovsky Memorial Stadium, as a matter of fact.
That's right.
Is what it's called. It's on the scoreboard. And we thank Nanticoke. They were very, very cordial to us, gave us everything we needed, made sure we were okay here while we were here, and we say a big thank you. We wish them a lot of luck in the future, wherever they may be playing in our spot, and, of course, for the rest of this season. And we, of course, look straight down the line now. Boom, there they are. The Marion Colts, Andrew at quarterback, and his fabulous passing arm. Of course, the cream of District 11 and AA, from what we understand. They're playing this broadcast as we speak. They're playing Shamokin tomorrow, but by the time you see it, of course, tonight on Wednesday, you know what that score was. The only mar on their record, of course, the opening game against Dallas, where they were upset up at Dallas in the first game of the season. We look at some of the things as the Colts come down. Of course, they throw the ball. That's what they do. That they're a little small across the line, from what we understand, but very quick. And a passing game is their bread and butter. So we expect a little different than we've seen from other teams, at least so far into the season. One of the things that has to be playing in Marion and has to be playing with us, of course, is that Marion has never won a football game at Mount Carmel area.
Right.
They have never come into the Silver Bowl and walked away with a victory, and that's something that's got to be playing on their mind as they board the bus next week in hometown and make that trek down. They're a quality football team. I don't know how much we learned tonight. We saw some passing, which was good. We gave Marion something to think about. But,
definitely. As they scout this, they didn't anticipate the Red Tornadoes throwing as much as they did tonight. So it's something they're going to have to look at.
But a Trojan team that did not provide much of a challenge.
That's right.
And I don't know how much.
However,
provided
a heck of a challenge to Dallas, where they finished 18-14 and were driving the ball at the end of the game. So, again, question as to how Dallas and Marion are.
Yeah.
And we're going to find out real quick next week, no doubt about it.
Oh, absolutely. You'll be here in 2 days from now, and you'll have it all right here.
And we've all followed Andrew, the quarterback, Brett Andrew, since he was a freshman at Marion, and we know how he can throw the ball. He is an extremely good passer. If you don't put pressure on Andrew, he will throw the ball on you.
The test isn't going to be our line or linebackers. We know that. They just did an outstanding job in the first 4 games, actually, of defending the pass, putting pressure like tonight. If you take a look at the first series of downs, totally set the stage for the whole game, what they were going to do. First series of downs, Nanticoke goes back to pass with Bargella, and, was not comfortable there the whole game. It's going to be our defensive backs next week that are going to be tested.
And that's about it. We're going to see it next week, and we'll bring it back to you the following week. We'll be here next Wednesday, so everybody watch the Marion Catholic Colts against the Red Tornadoes. That's about it as the players go off the field. Don't forget to buy your 1997 Mount Carmel Area Red Tornado Statistical Football Guide.
You got it, folks. There's only 400. I keep telling you. They will be available tomorrow night at Supper Club. You can pick them up at Community Pharmacy. Pick him up at McKay's office if he's awake again. I don't want to have you people barging in with him if he's napping behind there. So let's give him some leeway. But They will be in the Spirit booth inside the stadium. Someone from Supper Club will be selling them throughout the beginning of the game and through the game, I'm hoping, at least again at halftime.
Right.
If it's a real interesting game, I can't promise, but they are only $5 a piece, and there are only 400 of them, so they benefit a fantastic cause. And believe me, those of you who have seen the book and are familiar with this book, everything you ever wanted to know about Mount Carmel area football from day one is in it. And I'm also going to make this offer now. I will give someone $100 if they can pinpoint my name in this book. There you have it.
That must mean it's not in the book. Anyway. All right. That's about it from Nanticoke. I'm Bob Else.
I'm Warren Altamar.
Wayne Brokenshire.
See you next week.